What if I told you guys I know what they what a little what if I know what the sacrifice is that Bayless is asking for? Now guys, it's not Bayless is asking for a sacrifice, and I think I know what the sacrifice is. And it's not a sacrifice for Bayless, but it's all the Umbra. It's the sacrifice basically to be able to get to Bayless in the first place, to get any Umbra. Now, the thing is, I think the reason why we will have to have a sacrifice is because Ordis and Ordis' past. Now, you guys might be not knowing of the past of Ordis, and Ordis is a pleb, so yeah, you probably all think that he was just an asshole, but he's not. The thing is with Ordis is a long time ago with all the Orokin and stuff like that, he wanted to kill the Orokin, basically. He wanted to go and murder their asses to basically prove he's something, to kill a god kind of thing. So he killed loads of people, so then Orokin will let him get high enough in rank to meet the Orokin members and get a gift. And what they offered him was eternal life. And when he refused and killed a load of them, Bayless, instead of giving him the gift of eternal life, he gave him the punishment. And what this is, the punishment is basically punishment of eternal life by turning him into a ship Cephalon, who will never die. Well, because he's a ship Cephalon. And so that's how Ordis actually became who he is today. And he blames Bayless, and he wanted to kill the Orokin, and he hates them, and the only reason why Ordis likes you or anything is due to Bayless like manipulating what he feels about you, because he would originally have hated you and all that shizzle, because he used to be a Guinea guy, from what I've seen. I'm pretty sure he is. And so the sacrifice will be Ordis. And why I think it'll be Ordis, or maybe his current mentality or something about Ordis, is because, well, think about it. He hates Bayless. He basically is forced to live forever because of him. He cannot ever find death. He can't ever find peace. He can't even well, his goals are all gone. He's been forced to live out a life he doesn't want, kind of thing. And maybe what happens when he sees Bayless is it brings back all his memories and his like anger and all that, because he used to be called the Beast of Bones as a nickname kind of thing. So obviously he was a nasty Grenier scam. But yeah, that's the basic of it. And I think there'll be an Orokin world maybe that you can't go if you've got like Ordis with you or something. Or maybe, I don't know how it will work, but I'm hoping what's happening with Bayless will cause like a second tier in the game, and what Bayless will give you is technology to, let's say, time travel kind of thing. I realised from MatPat's videos that if you open a wormhole, then you can go from the point from when it's opened to any point from there. So let's say Bayless opens a wormhole before the designated part where you kill Ordis, or like before the world entirely changes, then we could have a tier system in Warframe, which could be like, let's say you go into the future and they've evolved, and then there's like 3 stages. Like you can only go to certain stages. Like let's say we can go to this other stage where the infested are evolved and the Grenier have like bigger allies and stuff like that. And that's what's happening with Umbra, and Umbra's like the evolution of the basically the Warframes, because right now what we are replicating is shit. If you think about it, maybe Umbra's upgrade of the Primes, and what's going on is basically the tenor, because if you think about all the Warframes, they are just a copy of the Prime version, the normal ones which you are getting, and then when you get a Prime, that is literally the original one from what we know of the Orokin, meaning that we have the Orokin, and then we have the normal Warframes, and then we'll have the Umbra in that order, meaning the Umbra and the Prime will still be on the opposite end, but Umbra will be like research to hell and probably be using Kuva as basically what's used to create it, guys, and that's my idea upon the entire thing. You guys might disagree, but that's the basics of my theory. I could continue, but I'm gonna say go watch Matt Pat's theory on Doctor Who with the wormholes and stuff and his explanation. Even though he says it makes no sense for Doctor Who, it would make sense for Warframe, and I would love if that was the case. And yeah, I'm hoping that something insane happens where we get multiple levels. Like, it would make a thing for the veterans to do. Let's say the base of this new place is level 50 or level 100, somewhere around that area. Then people would have a reason to go beyond that point. And maybe it has its own mods. And it'd obviously have its own enemies, but if it has its own mods, then that'd be awesome. And maybe the Juggernaut's like kind of a weak thing there. Well, it'd still be strong, but kind of like basically everything's evolved to have special ways to kill it. I feel like it'd probably be too hard like that, but I feel like at least things need to evolve to become bigger in that thesis. I know bigger doesn't necessarily mean stronger and stuff, but still, guys, I want to see this kind of world take part in the Warframe universe. I think it'd be awesome, noobs having their own place and pros, and maybe the next one with Bayless, we lose Ordis, or we maybe lose the Lotus or something. Maybe in this second world we have something else, or maybe we do replace Ordis, because Ordis is always talking about being replaced because he's faulty and he doesn't want that, because he loves the tenor, he loves the operator, to be exact. But what if he needs to be replaced? Because look at him, he's a mentally disabled oh my god, this sounds wrong. Oh god, I'm not talking about handicapped people needing to be replaced, guys. I mean, this is Ordis. We're talking about Ordis here. The guy who's literally talking about killing the Lotus and stuff. I'm saying like how he's like mentally unstable, let's just say. I'm not, guys, I don't condone killing autistic people or people who are seen as retards by society. I don't condone any of that. I'm talking about actually, I am kind of talking about replacing someone who is a living being. But we kill so many people in the Warframe universe. But Ordis is oddly close to us compared to the rest. Although this is something we need in Warframe, I feel. Killing a close companion. I don't know why I want it, but I do want it. And I also want big creatures. Plains of Eidolon. The Eidolons are taking a good turn to that direction. I'm like, boy, we need big creatures. 1 month later. Plains of Eidolon. Boy! Nah, I've been actually thinking about that for years. But guys, what else can I talk about with this? Like how the lore fits into piece and stuff. Although, what would replace Ordis? That's actually a good question. Because there is a sacrifice, and if it was Ordis, it'd make sense. Maybe, like, the new, like, thing he gives us is like a primed version of Ordis, or maybe your Umbra version, or maybe something like that. Maybe he gives us something that actually has this wormhole capability within it. So we basically get like a TARDIS. Well, we'll have a TARDIS if we can open wormholes. Just from that point, it'd be a TARDIS because it can go back to any like part of like the wormhole. An explanation for why the wormhole, maybe why the wormhole won't be so easy for us to choose like points in between. Might be because we're going at such a speed or something where we are basically only able to travel in one direction and not able to get out at any part that we choose. And maybe we put it, and maybe Bayless has put it into a dial where it opens at this point and then it goes to that point, you know, kind of thing. Or we can just choose any points in which we've I'm trying to explain it, but it's basically awesome. If we get that, then I will be so happy. It'll feel like the sci-fi role that Warframe has. It'll make it even more sci-fi. It's basically like you got your little circle or pentagram or whatever with your mentality. You're just expanding in every single area. You are becoming smart in every area, kind of thing. and but it's not like smartness with Warframe. It's more of basically power level. It's over 9,000. I mean, sci-fi, MMORPG, and everything that it is and it isn't, and you know. But yeah, guys, if I missed anything out and you want to know something more about the theory, just put it in the comments down below, because I will be happy to answer. And if you guys are thinking, why do we only have Excalibur Umbra, maybe they're being created as we go along. Because the primes can be explained as we are finding them, Lotus is finding them, or someone is finding like where to get them as you go along, or finding the relics and finding a source for them, kind of thing. And that's how the primes are actually put out there, because the corpus are looking for Orokin technology. And actually, no, there's one other point before I end the entire video. Here's a little thing. With the big main quest, you got the second dream, which was the Sentients, yeah? Then we got one of the main 3 factions. We got, well, one of the main 4, should I say, including the Tenor. You got the Grineer Queens. After that, what I feel it will be is the Corpus as another of the main 4 factions. And maybe at the end we're killing Lotus or something, I don't know. And maybe we'll have to go back in time to do some stuff. But if you think about the reason why I'm saying Nef Anyo will be after this, and why it makes so much clear sense, is because you've met Baelus. Baelus is an Orokin. What do Corpus copy? What do Corpus use the most? The Orokin technology. Now, you don't see them like copying, let's say, the Grineer technology. We don't see that. We see the Corpus copying our friend Baelus and the Orokin, because if you look at their hacking systems, the Corpus systems are just basically run off of the Orokin. They haven't actually expanded or grown. And maybe in the future, when we go to the future, all of the Grineer will be Kuva based, and all of the Corpus will be like basically more Orokin, and maybe expanding Orokin in their own way, and maybe they turn good or something and join our side. Because maybe no, we're probably going to fight Nef Anyo in our time, so we might have to go back in time, and that might cause another dimension or something cool. I don't know, guys. Put it in comments down below what you think will happen. But I'm pretty sure after Baelus, we're going to be doing, like, we're going to be fighting Corpus no matter what. Nef Anyo is going to have to die. I'm sorry, guys, but that's it. And if you guys feel like I missed something out, maybe DE said something, then please put it in the comments down below. And if DE, anyone from Warframe, from Digital Extremes is watching this, can you do me a favor and just make Guides of the Lotus open again? Because I really want to become one. Because I've been helping people for pretty much the entire duration I've had an account on Warframe. And you know, I wanna help my noobs, and I wanna look cool doing it, and I wanna be like, yeah, I'm a Guide of the Lotus, what can you need help with? I wanna be that cool guy who helps all the noobs. And then, because I play the Warframe the most, they love the Warframe. Like my old senpai, who he used the Trinity a long time ago, before Trinity Prime was even like announced. Now Trinity Prime wasn't even near to be born. Yeah, at that time I got senpai. Mesa had just been released. Chroma, I think it was Mesa. But you know, guys, everyone, please hit likes, please hit subscribe, and smash down on that notify. Slam it in the face. But then say sorry after, guys, because we can't be rude to the notify button. Come on, guys, why you gotta be so rude? So I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, do all that. And Digital Extremes, sponsor me and make me a Guardian of the Lotus. Scoot, 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 scoot.